Did Rogue Fitness, the company that once sued Titan Fitness for brand infringement, take a page out of their book and actually rip off another design from another manufacturer of home gym equipment? And I've got the final say in Rep Fitness's rotating handles for their open trap bar, and they teased us just a little bit more with another release that they've got coming this year. And I got a new piece of equipment in this home gym. The No Fake channel checking in. Jonathan here with another home gym week in review. And if you're not familiar, I cover everything in the home gym multiverse for all of us introverts. And then I kind of touch upon anything that's happening in sports and the world at large. And we got a ton of stuff to cover today, so let's just get into it. By far the biggest controversy this week in the home gym community comes from none other than Rogue Fitness. They released a Monster Velocidor and they dropped it on their website. Well, the internet went wild, and of course, I want to give you a bit of backstory so you know why. Let's flash back just a few years. Rogue Fitness actually sued Titan Fitness for brand infringement. Lo and behold, Titan Fitness was using their lettering, their coloring, and everything else under the sun that they could borrow from Rogue. So sometime between Rogue Fitness suing Titan and today, we have Mutant Metals. They are a small American company. They make custom equipment. They've got some really nice designs, and their biggest seller, I have to imagine, is their UDA. No, you don't need penicillin to clear that up. It is the ultimate dip attachment. Now, for those of you who've ever gotten a dip attachment for your power rack, you will find usually that they are extremely wide. And unless you're some big, massive individual, you don't need your hands that far out. You actually want it a bit more narrow. Well, the ultimate dip attachment is a really good idea because it gives you not one or two, but three different initial positions for those handles. Also, the handles, they're stainless steel, which of course we love to see because it just kind of feels a little bit better. Now, they've got a really cool customization with regards to this. It will fit inside a 2x2, a 2x3, a 3x3 rack, a 5/8 inch hole, 1 inch hole. And when you go to order this thing, you can select the color, the pin option, as well as the end caps. Now it starts off at $309, and most of the iterations that if you have any type of customization, brings it to about $380. Forward in time to today, Rogue Fitness dropped, boom, their Monster Velocidor. And it looks a little bit suspect. Number one, when it comes to home gym equipment, there's tons of copying out there. It's just how the name of the business goes. Unfortunately, if you cannot get a patent or a copyright on a product, you're probably not going to be able to defend in court your right to that product versus some other company coming along and stealing it or borrowing ideas from it. And I would even go as far to say, if you get an American patent or copyright, you still may be SOL, because foreign companies, they're going to be really hard to track down in the court system. So anyone who's doing anything that is really good in their field, whether it's for home gym equipment or YouTube, you're going to get copied. There's tons of people trying to copy Mr. Beast because he's the biggest name in the game. So they will steal and utilize every one of his tactics and techniques in hopes of trying to create awesome videos. It happens across every industry out there, and it's not fair. In an interview, and I think it was Garage Gym Experiment interviewed the owner of Mutant Metals, he even said it was probably just a matter of time until someone copied his design. Do I think Rogue Fitness purposely copied Mutant Metals? And the answer is probably not, but I have to imagine some inspiration for their design came from Mutant Metals, because that tricep dip attachment is just literally one of the most well-known ones across the home gym community. Now, Rogue Fitness did not just straight up copy it. They actually have a different iteration, a different dimension to their Velocidor. I will say that it is possible, it is capable of angling up 7 degrees and down 7 degrees. So that is, whether we like it or not, a differentiating marker compared to Mutant Metals. Now, do I think those plus or minus 7 degrees is going to affect anyone with regards to their dips? I don't know. I honestly, not like a gym specialist. I don't necessarily know why you'd want to be plus or minus 7 degrees and how that angle is going to hit your triceps and your chest just slightly more different. I don't know. But it's a way for them to differentiate, and you can see right up here, patent pending. So not only did they pull from Mutant Metals, they feel like this is such a different design that they are capable of actually filing a patent on this because it's the only thing out there. The price point is $295, and it is going to launch in the middle of March, and it looks like the price point's going to go up if you want smooth handles versus knurled handles. Why you'd want smooth handles, I have no idea. So there you go, $325 plus shipping. Unfortunately, it's probably going to come in literally right what you would pay for Mutant Metals. And their shipping time might be more consistent because they're a bigger company. This Mutant Velocidor, or should I say Monster Velocidor, does have quality manufacturing. It's got some mutant design on the front or monster design on the front. And it does have built-in storage, which when you have a lot of attachments, especially these big bulky ones, that does matter because you got to put them somewhere and they can get very cumbersome and they don't store very easily. So it's nice that this does have built-in storage like Mutant Metals does. Theirs is able to be stored vertically on your power rack as well. Do I blame Rogue Fitness and all this? Are they the bad guys in the story? And ultimately, I wish I could, but that's unfortunately how business is done. They took a design that they liked, that people love, and they added a new iteration to it, so much so that they feel confident that they can file a patent for it. Again, don't know why you'd want plus or minus 7 degrees on your dips. Comment below if you know the answer. I wish they were a bit smarter with the naming and the logo. Monster Velocidor definitely kind of strikes at Mutant Metals as the inspiration behind the overall design. Which would I buy? Well, since they're probably going to both come in at the same price point, I would go with the smaller company, Mutant Metals. Reason being is mainly I can get the color that I want. Time out. You have all been using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and all those proceeds do go back into future reviews. If you do use those links, please let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. What else did Rogue Fitness release this week that they may or may not have copied from other people? Well, they've got the hybrid bar coming in 28.5 millimeters. This is a hybrid power bar. Normally power bars are 29 millimeters. This is, of course, coming in black at $400 plus shipping. And obviously, for many people, they will prefer the 28.5 millimeter shaft. And reason being is this is going to allow you to do some Olympic lifting, some power cleans, give you the ability to kind of get that hook grip a little bit easier. Now, this does have 2 times the aggro on this thing and low whip. Obviously, if you like that toughness in your bar with regards to the knurling, that might be up your alley. It's probably marketed towards gyms. I have to imagine that if you're gonna buy a $400 barbell for your home gym, you're gonna want a specific barbell. At that price point, you're going Rogue. You're probably gonna, if you're doing powerlifting, boom, you want a powerlifting bar. If you're doing Olympic lifting, you want an Olympic lifting bar. If you're a gym, you might not have the finances or the ability to buy a whole bunch of bars that are individual use. You probably want to buy a bunch of one bar that you can use across the entire gym, and this may be it. Now, I'm not nearly a barbell nut like some people are there, but obviously, if you want the best in barbells, Rogue Fitness does have some really good barbells. I haven't heard too many complaints about their barbells overall, and usually if you're going to go with a forever bar for your home gym, you're not going to go wrong with going with Rogue. Even if you go with their Boneyard stuff, that's pretty good as far as quality. The Rogue Manta Ray Adjustable Bench. This is another one that they are dropping in terms of hints and suggestions of what's coming out. This comes in at $995. We're going to just call that $1,000 before the shipping price. It weighs 140 pounds. That is not light whatsoever. It looks massive. It looks, and for $1,000, it better be massive. Coming in with a 1-inch pad gap that is more narrow than most adjustable benches, which is nice to see. But for the home gym community at large, I doubt Rogue Fitness is pushing this towards you. That 140-pound weight and that $1,000 price tag is gonna mean it's going towards local gyms, CrossFit boxes, and anyone that really wants that Rogue Fitness name. Rep Fitness marketing team showing us yet again why they deserve a raise. They teased us just a little bit with some B-roll of a brand new bench that they're going to be releasing this year. What was different about it? Well, it was only a few seconds long, but what I could gather was that it had a fully knurled front handle, which is fantastic. It seems like they're going to be offering the option for dual tone, where you might be able to have to pick and choose your own colors, like picking your own Magic the Gathering deck. It should be fantastic. I think people are going to really gravitate towards the option of being able to pick out different colors because people love to customize their home gyms. Now, when are they going to hopefully unveil more? And that is going to be, I believe, at the Arnold Classic. For those of you not familiar, the Arnold Classic happens every year. It started off as a bodybuilding show, and yeah, they still have tons of bodybuilding there, but it has expanded to a convention for everything under the sun that has to do with fitness, whether it's CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, you name it, it's there. The Super Bowl and all of its commercials are behind us. Drop a comment, let me know your favorite Super Bowl commercial. As a Boston guy, I'm clearly biased, and the Dunkin' Donuts commercial just got me chuckling pretty good. I will say that now that Super Bowl and football is over, we have a few weeks of figure skating to look forward to. Not much news in the sports community, so we're just gonna skip over it. The newest addition to my home gym has to be these MICROGAINZ fractional dumbbell plates made in America. So how do they work? They work on all types of dumbbells, whether it's old or new, cheap or expensive. You take a pair of these, slap them right over your dumbbells on either side, and you are able to increase the weight in either 2.5-pound increments or 5-pound increments. If you wanted fully knurled dumbbells, but you didn't want to pay the expensive price for a complete set, you can go this route, and obviously you can just go every 10 pounds versus every 5 pounds. Why didn't I bother picking these up for the home gym? Because clearly I have dumbbells from 5 all the way up to 105 pounds in 5-pound increments. Well, if you're not that strong, like my wife, jumping from 10 to 15-pound dumbbells or even 15 to 20 is a pretty substantial jump, and this allows her to grab 12.5s and 17.5 dumbbells and basically, again, help her with her progressive overload and help her bridge that gap in the dumbbells that we have. Now, for me, obviously, I'm super strong, so that's not an issue that I have. However, my dumbbells go up to 105 pounds. And on some exercises like one-arm rows or front dumbbell squats, I want to go heavier. And frankly, if I were to go out and buy 110-pound dumbbells, it would be super expensive. You're looking at a pair of 110-pound dumbbells, you're probably looking at $240, plus the fact that I don't use extra weight that often. Usually, I'm not even close to the 105-pound dumbbell set that I have, but it's nice to be able to go heavy when the rep scheme allows it. And other local home gym news, we've got not one, but 2 home gym YouTubers that drank from Basement Brandon's Kool-Aid and decided to sign up for their own powerlifting meet. Number 1 is Marcus from Twisted Barbell. I just did a collaboration with him. Fantastic content that he's putting out, really good editing, and I love the fact that he's just taking us along every week to give us a breakdown of the app that he's using, the training that he's using, and how he is concerned and how he expects to kind of hit his goals when it comes to that powerlifting meet. And we've got Baby Giant Barbell, the man, the myth, the legend. He is competing, and I'm really glad because this dude puts up some serious numbers. Listen, I'm not going to be on a powerlifting platform anytime soon. Nobody wants to see my 135-pound opener. But I will tell you that if you're considering any type of competition, whether it's CrossFit, powerlifting, a road race, whatever it may be, sign up for it. Pay the money, and that's going to force you to do it.
Pay that man his money.
Rep Fitness rotational handles. I finally got a chance to put them through their paces so that I can give an honest opinion and tell you my personal thoughts. Let's just dive in to the rotational aspect of it. felt a little weird initially just gripping it and ripping it on terms of picking it up and putting it down. But it is nice. If you're not going to wrap your hands, it's actually a little bit more convenient to grab the rotational handle and just go with it. Also, the fact that there's different diameters, for many of you, that's going to be a standout. Why? Because you're doing powerlifting or strongman competitions and you want to be able to switch up the diameters. I will say personally, if you're going to wrap your hands, I like the smaller diameter. If you're just going to go raw, for me, I like the thicker diameter. I did feel like I had a bit better of a grip and it didn't hurt the hand as much. And if you're just an absolute beast, you got those XXL Brock Lesnar hands, maybe you want that one. Now, what is the difference between the two? Well, these are stainless steel. The fixed ones are stainless steel and these are not. Is that going to be an issue? For me, it's not. I don't really see that much rust down here in the home gym. And frankly, these things are going to be hard chrome, so you're not going to have too much of an issue. As far as feel, these feel better to grip because they're stainless steel. These, for me personally, felt like they had a little bit more aggressive knurling on them. So that's going to be really a preference. Where do I think these things stand out? I think they stand out in a local gym. In a local gym, you're going to have all different types of people doing different types of training, and you're not going to want to swap out handles for each person. So you get one of these, you stack it in there, and people can pick and choose their own adventure when they go to do hex bar deadlifts. Now, what I do see some people doing, at least in theory, is buying these handles and then deciding which girth they like better or which girth they want to train with for the day and then place them in their fixed handle of their preference. I put up a poll on my YouTube community tab asking individuals that if they had to start over on their home gym adventures from scratch without any pieces of equipment, how much would they need to get up to a point they would be happy with? And most people came in 45% between $3,000 and $8,000. And I have to admit, my home gym now is well over $8,000, but I think I could easily get it done in under $8,000 because I would remove a lot of the duplicate machines and equipment. I would remove a lot of the stuff that just doesn't get used on a very regular basis. Basically, just come down to the meat and potatoes of all the fun stuff that I use regularly, and that would easily slide in under that $8,000 price point. How much would you need if you were going to be starting over your home gym? Drop it in the comments below. Rep Fitness not making my job any easier. While I was shooting this video, they released yet another tease of a future bench that they're going to be releasing. This time, their zero gap bench with what looks like some significant upgrades. And it's always good to see companies putting out new equipment as well as upgraded and improved equipment because it's just good for the consumer. It's all gravy, baby. If you made it to the end of today's video, you and I are like Ben Affleck and Rehab, or Ben Affleck and Dunkin' Donuts. We're like Rogue Fitness and filing patents. If you want to help out the channel, watch another one of my awesome videos. Thanks for watching, and as usual, don't save anything for the trip